Hey there, college algebra folks. By now, you may have gotten the announcement that I just recently sent out regarding some planned changes for the remainder of the semester. Since my last announcement, which went out on March 17th, the governor on Saturday, the 21st, issued a shelter in place order across the state. And the day previous, as that order went out, the interim president of the college, Lori Artis, recommended or advised that all lecture based courses plan to go online for the remainder of the semester. So, folks, we are a lecture based class. There's not much lab or clinical, if any, involved in our class. It's all really a lecture based class. So, we are going to continue the semester as advised in what is planned to be here in online format. So, what I do want to do here for you is I did send out that announcement that reviews all those changes, but I wanted to also go through some of the areas on Blackboard that you are going to definitely want to pay attention to as we continue on this semester. You can notice here I've already gone ahead and logged into Blackboard. Blackboard.lc.edu will bring you into your Blackboard page, and hopefully you have been visiting it throughout the semester. You have had assignments on here. The check skills assessments all are found here on Blackboard. So hopefully you've been in here already working this semester. But if not, I am going to get in here and certainly show you around real quick to some of the things that you're going to certainly find helpful as we continue on in this online format. Now you can see here I do teach 3 sections of college algebra, folks. 03, 04, and N1. N1 is Monday and Wednesdays down at Nelson campus. 03 and 04, you are my Tuesday and Thursday folks. All the changes are similar across the classes, so I'm going to just jump into one of these classes here and show you those changes. So I'll jump into my 03 class here. You'll first of all notice the announcements come up right away. Oh, well, first of all, you're brought right into the course notification page. If you're always looking for your notifications or the page that it brings you into where you will find your announcements, that will be in the notification page here. And you can see my announcement I set out on the 17th and the follow-up announcement that I set out just today, just recently here on the 25th with these changes. You certainly can click into there and see the planned changes for the remainder of the semester. I do begin with a little note to you and then kind of going through how I plan to change up how your final grade is going to be calculated. And as you read through that, folks, hopefully you see that I am not doing anything I think that's going to negatively impact you in any way. So take note there in terms of those changes. Read through there, folks. And then down below, you will see that I followed that up with some of the expectations that I do have for you for the remainder of the semester. You are going to want to read through these. These will give you some bit of a guide as to how you might want to continue this semester and some of what I am going to expect from you at the very least. All right? So do go through and read through that announcement. And if you lose track of that, I also put it over here underneath the course outline over in the Blackboard menu on the left-hand side under course changes. If you click into there, you will also see let me turn off edit mode. There you go. You will see the corresponding changes there also laid out for you folks. Some of those changes you will take note if you read through here. Some of the expectations are, folks, that you are going to want to reference your course calendar regularly. Again, the course calendar is found over here on the menu. If you click onto there, you will see that I have made some changes to the course calendar. Certainly, the first half of the semester was describing how the due dates for the first half of the semester, but here at spring break we did have that additional week added, and that did cause some changes in our schedule as well as moving to this online format. and some of the restrictions that we have upon us have caused some of these other changes in the schedule. But you will note that the schedule is broken down for the Tuesdays and Thursday classes, and on the if you were in my Monday, Wednesday class, you will see a respective schedule for the Monday, Wednesday class. One of the big things that you'll notice in terms of a change is that for the remainder of the tests this semester, they are still going to remain as paper and pencil. I'm going to deliver them to you through Blackboard here, but they are going to be done at home in a take-home format. And I'll have some more direction for you when I post this test number 3 here shortly. You should probably expect to see this appear sometime over the weekend, leading up to this coming week on the 30th. You will note that I do break down the sections by date, right? You are going to want to try to make sure that you review all these sections before these dates. Again, it really is turning into a bit of a self-study format, folks, with the online aspect of this course, or are moving into an online format, where you're going to find a bit of help and guidance there is going to be underneath your course content. With respect to each of these sections of material, there is essentially my lecture over here underneath the course content. Now, I do give you some direction for success, and this has always been here since the beginning of the semester for each and every chapter. But where you're going to most likely pick up now in the semester here is in chapter 4. And if we click into chapter 4, these are broken down by sections and material covered in each of these sections. And this is where you should have been going up along throughout the semester here to find your check skills assessments, where you're going to likely pick up now in this 9th week of the course. Here is in section 4.3 and 4.4, polynomial divisions and factoring polynomials. What you will notice in here, folks, is I do give you some introductory note and directions. You might want to read through that. And then I follow that up with some basically notes that are broken down by topic areas. For instance, 4.3 does spend some time looking at polynomial division, right? And if you click on there, you will see that this will lead you to a PDF document where I do cover the topic of polynomial division, and I will tell you it is a bit of a review topic there, right? But I do walk you through the steps of a polynomial division, and a newer topic would actually be synthetic division. You will also find that in this section here. So take note, and I do present you examples in these note sets. What does follow the notes are some videos. Now, these videos are not put together by me, but I did organize these and kind of curate these videos in previous semesters. So this is a good place to go if you need a little visual aid to help you get through some of these ideas, folks, and see some examples, other examples worked out. So I do try to present a couple of videos, or at least one video with every topic that I present in the notes. And you can see for this section over 4.3 and 4.4, it is a rather lengthy set of notes. So they are broken down into little smaller chunks of material, and each of those has a relevant video that goes along with it. So to help you get through this semester, folks, you are going to want to make sure that you're referencing back to these notes. These would be notes that I would present to you in class along with example, but then it does follow up with some other helpful videos. At the bottom here, in each and every one of these sections, you will find some reference to some practice, right? Again, you want to make sure that you're continuing to practice this semester, and I've always highlighted there are 3 places to practice. One of those ways is here on my math lab. There is some practice homeworks where you can seek some help for practice. That is followed by check skills assessments. This is what's a portion of your grade, folks, and hopefully you've been jumping on Blackboard and doing these along the way. These are going to accumulate to, in the end, to 10% of your final grade, and those are going to remain this semester here, folks. And another portion of your grade that's also referenced here in each and every section is a relevant quiz that's going to count for a portion of your grade. And you'll notice both of these are highlighted as a graded item. So you will find these in each and every section that we plan to cover for the remainder of the semester. If you use these little bird crumbs up here at the top, or they call them breadcrumbs, you can backtrack through the material rather easily. 4.5 is we're going to get into some rational functional analysis. So I do have, it's a little shorter section, but you do have some notes relevant to that topic, as well as some graphs, the practice homework, the check skills, and the reference to the quiz that's going to be graded. You want to make sure that you're working on these, folks. These are going to be a portion of your grade this semester. All right. And these exist for each and every section found underneath course content, folks. Click into there, scroll down, and you'll see our chapters. We really do have to wrap up chapter 4. We're going to spend some time in chapter 5 here at the end of the semester, and then chapter 6 material. And I will tell you, folks, we have been through a good chunk of material already. We do have some rather, we're kind of hitting the pinnacle of topics with looking at factoring polynomials and rational functions, and perhaps even so with exponential and logarithmics, but it does ease out as we move into chapter 6 and beyond, I hope, right? Or at least just chapter 6 where we end the semester. And notice each and every one of these sections is laid out here, right, for topics, folks. Some other places I did recommend getting some practice this semester. You will note I do give you the link to my math lab over here on the left-hand side. That is going to lead you over to my math lab, where you will find your practice quiz, your practice homework assignments and your quizzes when you sign in there. And then followed up underneath that, you will find your daily documents. And I will try to update these, but I do have them updated up through chapter 4. Underneath there, again, you find practice problems that I've written and put together along with some solution sets. And I've always kind of hinted along the way that a lot of the problems seen in these practice problems are very similar to test questions. So if you're looking for good test practice, this is a place to come and get that practice. Now, I probably am going to add a few more tabs over here on the left-hand side. I know I do want to put a tab together for exams, where you will find your examinations the semester for the remainder of the semester, and some direction as to how to submit those exams. And there might be a few other tabs that appear. When I do add things into this menu, I will give you some reference in the announcements. I will make an announcement about that addition and give you some description of what I've added there to help you out this semester. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to show you on here. Oh, yeah. The other thing that we do have that I'm adding to the semester that we didn't have before is Collaborate. Collaborate is a way of meeting online as either a class or as a group of individuals or just one-on-one with you folks. That is a bit of a kind of almost like a chat room format, where there is certainly a chat room involved here, but we can also hook up microphones. We can set it up so that we have some access to a whiteboard where we can write on the whiteboard, and I can import some notes, and I can have you look at some of the screens that I can bring up here with some notes and maybe some other pieces of reference that we can look at together. And not planning, first of all, if I look here, if I click on the schedule, you will see that I've plan some schedules throughout the week. On Monday and Wednesday and Tuesday and Thursday, I have some respective schedules. I did try to have the schedule to meet and collaborate around class time. Right around the first hour of each class, I have hopefully a time where we can meet here in Collaborate. And I don't plan to lecture during these times. As I said, we are moving into a bit of a self-study mode. And practicing outside of class. But what I am trying to plan to do during these times is give you an opportunity to come in and make sure that you're asking questions and having a chance to address any concerns you might be having over the material. If you're working on some My Math Lab, we might be able to answer some of your My Math Lab questions. If you're working through some of the Blackboard stuff, we might be able to help you answer some of those Blackboard questions. Or if you're working through some of those daily doc questions, I might be able to help you out with those, folks. As I said, I can bring those things up onto the screen and we can look at them together. And then if I know where you're having some problems, I might be able to put together some supplementary videos going through a couple more examples and things along those lines. But you'll be able to give me some instant feedback that's a little easier than just communicating through some email system. And that will be here in Collaborate. You can see that I do have essentially what amounts to about 12 hours of times to meet throughout the week, Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I have several college algebra classes, so you college algebra folks are actually welcome to come into any one of these times where I list out its focus on college algebra. Either on Monday morning at 10 o'clock when we typically meet for our Monday and Wednesday classes, or Tuesday and Thursdays, you Monday and Wednesday folks are certainly allowed to come over and join us at the 9 and 1 o'clock hours if you'd like. And I do have these set up for a 1 hour time limit, but if we need to go a little beyond that, if we're just having that kind of day, we certainly can devote some time there. I have to try to find some balance in my time, though, in preparing stuff for class and all my classes, as well as trying to make sure that I'm meeting with you folks a little bit and addressing your concerns and your questions in a format that is hopefully easy for all of us, and we can handle a lot of everybody's needs perhaps at one time with these common times to meet. Again, I also have these Calc 2 and 3 sessions available on Monday, Wednesday evenings. If those aren't too busy, you're always welcome to jump in there, college algebra folks, and see if I'm around, and if it's not too crowded and I'm not helping Calc 2 and 3 folks, I certainly can give you some of my time there. But I do want to try to prioritize my time to the indicated classes and their class times. And then notice I do have a section of office hours in the evening on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 9, and if we need to, we can always meet at Collaborates at some other time also. And I do plan to put together a quick little video showing you Collaborate here. This video is getting a little long, so I'll do that shortly, and just give you an idea of what you would expect as you start to sign in to Collaborate during one of these times. Some things you might want to think about, though, in terms of progressing this semester, you are going to certainly need some computer access. You're going to have to beg or borrow, folks. I wouldn't recommend stealing, but certainly beg or borrow, if you can here, a computer to get you through the next 8 weeks. If a tablet may work, but I don't recommend tablets. Some of this, certainly the tests are going to go home on Blackboard, and they're going to be something that you can either print off at home in a PDF document, or you may have to just bring up the questions on Blackboard and write them out on paper. I'll get into those instructions more also, but you're going to need that internet access, and you're going to need some way of referencing this material that I just rolled through with you. Again, also, there's the ebook that's online. If you haven't picked up a physical copy of the book, you may also be able to get Amazon to ship you a physical copy, but I don't know how that shipping is currently being handled at the time. I know certain goods are not available to be shipped in an immediate fashion through Amazon. So there is still that ebook that you can get access to through my math lab. As I think of more things, I'll try to put together some quick videos for you, because it seems like this is a nice way to show you some things. And I'm going to link all these videos up to a YouTube channel that I'm putting together that is not associated with the school in any way, so that you'll have a place to perhaps go and be able to rewatch these videos. And if I post anything relevant to the class in a video format, it would be able to be found there also. So, but I'll cut that short for the moment, and you'll probably see another video on Collaborate here, folks, where we'll go a little further into that. But I hope you're all doing well, and I know it's a little overwhelming. I do want you to take it one day at a time here. The biggest thing is to communicate with me as we move forward this semester. Let me know your needs, and I'll do the best I can, folks. It's rough for everybody, I will tell you that. It hasn't been easy putting this stuff together, and I know it's not easy for you folks. So hang in there. I'll get back to you soon. Later.